Hello everybody, this is Heather and I'm back with another video. Today is super special because I'm participating in Jennifer aka Kaezmum's 1000 subscriber blog hop. So I'm so excited for her. Congratulations, Jennifer. It's really awesome and well deserved. She does amazing work and I think we should get her to her next milestone, whatever that is. But she deserves even more subscribers, so definitely check her out. I'll have her channel linked in the description below, as well as a link to her exact video for this hop because she is doing a giveaway. My business Wild Whisper will have a gift card in the giveaway, as well as Christina's Redefined Creative will have, I think it's a gift card or some kind of prizes in there as well. So definitely check out Jennifer's video. And if you saw at the beginning of this video, I shared a inspiration layout which is made by Jennifer, and I am scraplifting it in this video. So her layout had a bunch of strips and I didn't really try to exactly recreate each layer, I just went for the general look. So she had a bunch of vertical strips going across her layout and I'm doing the same. She had used some very bold patterns, so that's what I'm going for as well, and I love how it's looking already. I'm using the new Stay 6 Feet Apart, or actually it's just called 6 Feet Apart collection by Wild Whisper that we created. I am a co-owner of Wild Whisper if this is one of your first videos that that you're watching of mine. So yeah, I'm a co-owner and we are just launching this collection. I'm not sure if it will be fully released by the time this video goes up, but if not, it will be in the next couple days. So it's about to release and you can check it out on our website at wildwhisperdesigns.com. I'll have that linked in my description as well. And it's super fun. This is my first time playing with it and getting to cut it up and use bits and pieces. So I'm using the 12 by 12 paper and I'm featuring a couple of the branding strips. So we always do designs on our branding strips along the bottom so they can be usable. And in Jen's layout, she used a few branding strips. Her original layout was using a Wild Whisper collection too, the Just Because collection, and so she used a few branding strips in there, and I'm going to do the same sort of look with mine. So I've cut a few out, and I like that stripe paper design. It actually was designed as a vertical stripe, but you can of course use it anyway. So I used it horizontally, which I think goes with the horizontal paper look. And in the photo I'm actually wearing a striped t-shirt as well, so it kind of works with that. I wanted to document coronavirus and a little bit of its effect on me these days, but I didn't have any photos printed and I don't have a printer at home right now, and I wasn't gonna go out and print a photo just for this. I'm not even sure actually if the Walmart photo stations are open because of touching and things. So I just used my Instax instant camera to take a picture of me with my dog Pippin, and the journaling I'm going to include a little bit about working at home and how Pippin is helping me with some of my programs. I work at a library and I'm doing online programs now for the library, so children's story times, and Pippin is often featured in those, so she actually is my only coworker. So thought it was fun to document. And I'm using this tag to both add a space for journaling. I thought about making it a pull-out tag. See, I'm kind of lifting the paper, thinking about having it be an interactive piece, but I ended up just liking it how it was, like that, just sticking out. So I'm going to actually glue it down. But yeah, I wanted to have a spot for journaling, and I thought I wanted to include a lot of journaling because I was at first going to sort of tell my whole coronavirus story or experience, but I have this whole collection to document that, and why limit it to one 12 by 12 layout, because it's been a pretty important or main event in our lives, I think, these last few months. So I'm definitely going to be doing more documenting using this collection. So I realized then that I didn't need a huge space for journaling, just enough to say what I wanted to say about this actual photo. So yeah, that's my long-winded story of why I decided to just glue the tag down instead of having it become an interactive piece to be pulled out. So I am now assembling everything, and this actually came together really quick. I think when I do scrap lift, I don't do it very often, and maybe I think I say this anytime I do actually do it, is that I should do it more, because the layouts just come together so quick, and usually if I like the layout I'm scrap lifting, then I'm going to like the outcome of my own layout. So yeah, I do really need to do it more. So thank you for this fun challenge, Jen. Jen goes by Jen on our design team, but I think on her social media it's Jennifer. And I've asked her before, and I'm pretty sure she said she likes either, so I'm used to calling her Jen, but I've been calling her both in this video. But yeah, hopefully she's okay with that. Maybe I should check in on that again to see what I should be calling her. But yeah, now I'm just getting my embellishment clusters together, which for me is the fun part of the layout. Once I've got all of the main layers glued down, then I love to arrange the ephemera and the embellishments of all kinds. So on Jen's layout that I'm scrap lifting, she had the 3 flare buttons up by the small photo. Oh, I had a little glue mishap here. My Nuvo glue, the nozzle was stuck inside the lid, so I just was left with a gaping hole. So here I'm trying to pull it out, and I don't actually get it on screen. I decided to just move on, but I wanted to use that glue. It's good glue. But don't worry, later I did fix it, no problem. It was fine. But here I'm using my Tombow glue, which works just as well. I do like both. And so anyways, I think I was saying on Jen's layout, she had the 3 flare buttons all around the photo in like a triangle sort of shape, but I wanted to add one down by my lower down embellishment cluster on the lower left side. So I did kind of like a diagonal line of flare buttons to draw your eye across the page. That's the goal anyways. And behind each one I'm putting some bunched up thread, which is what Jen did on her layout. She had thread, it was actually more like embroidery floss, the thicker floss I think, on her layout, but all I had handy was thread as far as a color that coordinated. So that is a very Missy Whidden thing to do. As far as I know, she sort of created this technique where you take a strand of thread and then just ball it up and stick it in your embellishment cluster. So yeah, very Missy Whidden-esque, and Jen did it as well, so I love that. And I have done it once or twice I think, but again, it's a technique that I would like to do more. I really like the look of it, and it adds kind of a random mixed media look without getting messy, so yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm going to stamp the date on my tag, and I actually ended up off screen switching out the tag because you'll see I'm going to add some paint splatters here as well. And then I tried to do my journaling, and I was being really careful not to squish the wet paint splatters, but then it turned out that my writing looked really ugly, so I ended up just pulling out the tag and replacing it off screen. But yeah, that's something I would suggest is maybe, even just for comfort, even if I wasn't doing these splatters, it would have been a smart idea to not glue my tag down yet and write on it first and then glue it back in. But I made it work. I just had to replace it. And so here I'm using just some white acrylic paint and a water brush, mixing a little water with that and splashing it on. So I love this mixed media look. I know it's a bit scary for a lot of people, but I love the look, and don't think I've ever messed it up bad enough to hate it either. So I was trying to cover my photo and journaling area. As you saw, I did get a little speck of paint on the photo, but I was able to wipe it off, and I'm wiping a little bit off the flare buttons too, because it won't really dry very well on there. It'll probably dry, but I just didn't want paint on the flare. And I'm going to add some Nuvo drops as well. So yeah, I encourage you to try splattering if you haven't before. Jen had it on her original layout, and I do that quite often, so I wanted to do that as well. I think she did black and white splatters, so I'm doing a similar look with the black Nuvo drops and just adding quite a few splatted around the layout, so it kind of is like splats. And I'm going to take some of this baker's twine and just add it onto the tag. So that pretty much completes my layout. I finished my journaling off screen, as I said, but I hope you like this, and I hope you go check out Jen's channel to see the giveaway, and make sure you check out all the other hot participants as well. I'll have all of their links down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.